Alright guys, this is my first sort of video with actually doing a job in a car. I thought I'd do a quick video on it just because there isn't really that many videos of changing the bearing on an is200 or 300. There's a couple videos. One of them uses this ridiculous grapple tool, which is something like, I can't remember, something like £200, £300, £400, you know, just to do one job. Don't mind buying tools, but you know, I don't mind buying stuff if I'm going to use it and it's a reasonable price, but yeah, I can't justify that, you know, for the average DIY. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick video. I've took my subframe out, changed some bushes, which is why, obviously, I've sort of painted it all. So basically, yeah, one of my wheel bearings needs changing. They're quite a big wheel bearing on this, about 110mm, something like that. There's not many tools that you can get to change the wheel bearing, really, without much knowledge. So basically, you can just imagine, you can do this on the deck. It doesn't have to be jacked in the air. Mine's jacked in the air. You take the wheel off, the disc off, which I'll show you now. Sorry about the video, it's on my phone. So don't imagine any of that. So we've took the disc off, took the caliper off, wheel off. Oh, I suppose it has to be jacked, yeah. A bit silly thing, isn't it? And then basically, you can buy this tool. This is just the US Pro Tools one. You can buy on eBay. It comes in a fancy little box. You keep it in. It's about £70, sort of the cheapest I could find. The important thing is make sure that on the advert it does up to 125mm. You know, on the diameter on the hole spacings, because you need to make sure you've got a big enough, because it's quite a big hub on this. Basically, that threads into the main part here. You put your wheel nuts in, just do them up, you know, hand tight. They don't need to be tight, just to, you know, so there's no any movement in it. It's got some sort of hydraulic jack inside, so this is like a threaded manual part. And then after that, this actually operates like a screw jack sort of thing, like a hydraulic jack. So all you have to do is take your drive shaft nut off, which I've already done, which is there. Taking that one off, because obviously you're pushing against the drive shaft and you're extracting the inside part of the bearing, which is attached to the hub. Once this is off, you can then use a wheel bearing pulley kit, which is like sleeves and big flat round plates, which obviously extract the bearing into. So the sleeve would push against the casting and it would receive, they're called receiver sleeves, would receive the bearing, the outer race of the bearing, as you extract it from the other side using I think what you call it, using like a bush tool. That's the same, just slightly smaller than the bearing diameter, that will travel through behind the bearing and you pull it through. But the first part I couldn't find much on, so this is about 70 quid. That's all you need. By drive shaft, I've only got one end, but yeah, I haven't removed it, you know, to do this job sort of thing. So basically, yeah, bolt it on, wind that in to take any slack. It will take quite a bit of turning, because obviously as you're turning it in, it will compress all the movement, you know, in the joints on the shaft. I've only actually got two nuts bolting it on at the diff. And all you do is you can wind this by hand. It will take a little while, and you take up the slack until it starts travelling out, which seems wrong, but that's how it does it. Then, once it gets quite tight, you can then wind the hydraulic part up, which will actually extract the bearing. Now, as this happens, it will naturally want to pull the whole lot up straight, which is completely normal, because it's just pulling it straight because of the tension in it. So I've just done that. And it's pulled it off. It's not completely off. I just thought I'd stop here and take a video. So you can take up any normal slack with that, and then you can wind this up. And as I wind this up, it will hopefully extract the bearing out. Hopefully. He says. Right, so I've run it at that. It's bottomed out. So what I'm going to have to do is back this all the way off, which is the hydraulic one, which gives you like the mechanical advantage. I'm just going to have to pause the video here because I'm going to have to wind this one back into here to take up as much slack as I can before the hydraulic one comes into action. So just bear with me a sec and I'll resume the video. Okay, so I've now wound that in a bit further, just to like reload it if you like, and then now we can go back on with the hydraulic. And with any luck, I'm just going to stand back because it won't fall on the floor. With any luck, I'm just going to keep winding that. And there she goes. So now we've got our hub which attaches to the wheel, and this is how it works. It splits the bearing. So once you do it, there's no going back, obviously, and it pulls the inner race off the hub and splits the bearing. Now what that allows you to do is then you take the shaft out and you can then pull it through from the other side, but you can't do that with the hub in the way, so that's why you remove that first. It's like a two-phase process. The other thing, of course, what you have to do, which to be honest doesn't look very fun, is to get this ring off. I imagine it's pretty tight. You could try heating it up, perhaps, might get it off. I'm not sure they do it in the garages. I imagine they just cut it with a grinder. It seems a bit barbaric. I'm not too sure, to be fair, but that's how you get the main part out. So that'll give you a good start to it. Hope you find this video useful. To be honest, there isn't really many other videos that are sort of related to like car maintenance, but I do have a few other sort of random videos. But if you want to subscribe, then go for it. Thank you.